The third supplementary question will be asked by the Honorable C.P. Mulder.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Speaker. I think it's a historic discussion we are having at this moment. For the first time in 29 years, the ruling party is talking about coalitions. And the reason for that is, we all know what the reason for that is. Now, I need to send perhaps a warning that if we want to talk about legislation, legislation should not be something that should be used to try and keep a party that is losing power in power. That's the reality. The fact of the matter is that those things that you have mentioned just now as principles are not principles, those are policy positions. Legislation should be very careful that we do not try to put policy positions into principles in terms of how a coalition should be structured. It is not technically correct to say that coalitions are failing. There are many, many successful coalitions at this very moment. All, no, they are not. Those that are failing
Order,
in some of the
honorable members.
some of the metros, and there are very good reasons for that. You mentioned Section 154. That's absolutely correct, and that places an emphasis on what provincial governments should do. There's also Chapter 3 in terms of cooperative governance. The problem is that there's a determined effort to undermine coalition governments. Your very good friend, the Premier of Gauteng, Mr. Lesufi, attended each and every opportunity to destabilize.
Your time is
He did
up.
not attend the state of the province address, the state of the city. My question, sir,
Yes, your question.
why do you want to come with legislation now while the ANC is going to lose power?
Thank you, Honorable Mulder. Honorable members, please.
You, honorable member, thank you. Thank you, honorable speaker. Honorable Mulder, you would be surprised that coalitions is not our favorite as the ANC. We are going to campaign next year to win. Yeah. So, Honorable Mulder, I'll meet you on the ground because we are campaigning to win. The reason why we're discussing coalitions is, of course, we want to be realistic as a party that at local government, we saw this happening. We did not develop a proper framework and things went haywire. So I think any party that is worth its salt will have a vision and prepare for that future. We are saying in an event where we end up not winning outrightly, then we are looking at what kind of approach do we take. If we're going to coalitions, how should they look like? But we are not saying, oh, please, Parliament, support coalitions quickly because we're in trouble. No, we are not. We are not.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Deputy President.
Yes, so we don't want to come up with legislation to keep losers in power. I said earlier when I spoke that it is important that the party that wins, the majority, should be allowed to lead. Because at the moment we have that problem where people are making deals, okay, we have not won elections, but if you give us this post, we'll support you. We are saying, because remember, winning elections is the will of the people. So when you allow the party—
Order. Allow him to speak.
Yeah.
Please, honorable members.
Allow me to speak. This is a very important point. When you have won most of the votes and you are allowed to lead a coalition, that represents the interests of the people. But if you do it the other way, if you take a party that didn't win to lead, it's no longer the will of the people. So let's design a model that is consistent with the will of the people. That's all we are saying, but next year we are campaigning to win.
Thank you, Honorable Deputy President.